Oh, so good. Everybody, what's going on? I went to Mesa over in Central Mesa by Gilbert Road in Mesa, go figure. And it was funny, I'm cruising down Southern and I remember, did I already pass it? I think I already passed it. There's a park called Reed Park and it's right there on Williams and Southern. You can go look at it on Google Maps. Anyways, I'm reminded of two things about that park. One is that's the park where my dad took us, and he ended up getting in a fight with some burners, like some, well, at the time they would call them hippies, but they were really like, you know, guys that like Skinner and The Who and Dirt Head. Well, we call them dirt heads in my age. So they're just rockers, people that are just drinking and smoking weed or whatever. And we were there all having our little family picnic, and my dad being the, you know, truck driver slash army dude, you know, slash gun runner slash, you know, whatever. And this was in like 81. And so I was about 5, maybe 6 years old. And so anyway, my dad walks over and they start blaring their stereo. And it was at a reasonable level. It was fine. And then some guy that was a little more drunk or jacked up says, "Hey man, let's party, turn it up, man." And he goes over there and turns it up, and my dad just lets out this big exhale, and he walks over there and he's like, "Hey, you know, can you please have him turn it down?" And the guy that it was his car, he goes, "Oh yeah, sure man," and he turns it down and no big deal. Well, he walks back to the table where we're sitting, and then the drunk guy gets mad because, well, he didn't see my dad. He's so drunk he doesn't even know that my dad turned it down, and so he turns it back up, and then of course my dad, you know, takes it personal. So my dad goes over there, pulls out his pocket knife, cuts the wires, because there was just like a pair of 6x9s on the roof. And what's funny is that idea actually gave me a great idea for a lot of sales, and that's what I do. As I actually, over at the CNC place, I'm having 6x9 boxes made because they're so expensive right now. So I'm having them make them myself so that I can sell more of them. It was great. So anyways, my dad goes over there, cuts the wires, and of course the drunk guy takes it real personal as well, and then comes up behind my dad with his fists like interlocked, like his fingers interlocked, and then hits him right in the square of the back, and that starts the fight. And next thing you know, my dad's fighting like 20 hippies. And he got a beer bottle in the knee. And then there was another family there with us, the Foot family, with an E on the end. And the dad was just this real mild guy that was like Air Force Reserve type of guy, just not like my dad. And my dad's like, "Hey man, jump in here." And he's like, "No, Dale," that's what his name was, Dale Foot. And Dale was like, like, "I'm keeping the women and the children safe." And so of course it's nobody really wins because there's so many people, and it's sort of like a draw. And my dad sort of grabs his glasses, which were totally busted, and walks back and says, "All right, that's time to go." So that's all right, babe. But it was every time I drive by that park, that's all I think about. And of course, it's a much better park now. It's actually got a really badass skate park in it. But and that's what I found on Facebook, which I was heading over there. Somebody, a young couple, that were graphic designers, decided to get into the skateboard business, and that's really all it takes, is just to buy some skateboards from either Canada or China. And then they put a brand on them, and then presto, that's a skateboard brand. And so that I was going over there, and I got that deal. And so I got about 30 skateboards that are unbadged. And I told them about, they're like, "Why do you," because I was like, "Well, how do you have 30 skateboards?" And they're like, "Well, why do you want 30 skateboards?" So I was like, okay. And so I told them about the Jizz Llama brand and JL, and I was like, and so anyways, they gave me a high five. They're like, "Fuck yeah, fuck those guys." I was like, "Yeah, fuck those guys." And so but that was a good little time, just driving with Sherry over there. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and I got to get back to the shop, pack some orders and get some more stuff out. I love you guys. I'm thinking about you guys. I just I'm a busy dad. I'm a busy parent, and I got to take care of my responsibilities, and I hope you guys are too. Oh, lastly, right on our way over there, there's an intersection at Stapley and Southern, and there used to be this place that was called, what was it called? It wasn't called the Red Lobster. It was called it was some seafood place. It was like the Fiddler Crab. I don't know. Anyways, something, or maybe it's called the Rock Lobster or something like that. Anyways, it was just a little hole in the wall type of place, and then next door to it was a video place, and we used to live not in the area, but like, I guess for some reason, whatever, we got a video membership there, and I guess I had the day off, and I went in there, and they have an adult section, and so I'm like picking out the videos, and I give them the membership card, and they're like, "Oh, where's your membership card?" I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Well, we have to call the owner and ask if it's okay if you rent." And they're like, "Are you okay with that?" And I go, "Yes." And so my wife got an actual phone call that's like, "Oh, hello, Mrs. Chandler. Is it okay if your husband rents Lactation Nation?" She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I like the boobies. I like the milk. Milk. Anyways, I love you guys. Don't be embarrassed if you like milk and big jugs. I do, and that's the way it goes. Well, it's getting to the point where it's embarrassing to be a breeder. Like, "Oh, you're a disgusting breeder. Oh, you want to breed?" It's like, yeah, I want to make babies. I want to make babies with lots of girls. That's what I want to do, like Elon Musk. I love you guys. I will talk to you later.